Jagdeo to take defamation suit to CCJ. Emir of Qatar to visit Ghana soon. And nation to get oil control center. I am Rico Beaufort, and this is Uncut News. Do you see what's happening? Send us a tip on WhatsApp at 592-659-6151. The Vice President is appealing a multi-million-dollar defamation judgment against him, but he's actually taking it all the way to the CCJ, after the High Court and the Court of Appeals both dismissed his application to hear the matter and ordered that he pay Ferguson her $20 million. However, Mr. Jagdeo claims that there has been a substantial miscarriage of justice and that he has been deprived of an opportunity to appeal the default judgment issued against him. The lawsuit against him stemmed from statements he made in the media about Mrs. Ferguson's acquisition of land and construction of her house while she served in the previous government. Now, I could be wrong, but he's really been fighting this for the better part of 3 years. I mean, you'd think he'd spend more than $20 million in his defense by now. Just saying. The Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, will visit Ghana to expand bilateral relations between the two nations, following up on discussions held during the President's state visit to Qatar in May. Ghana seeks to strengthen cooperation with Qatar in various fields, including climate change, energy, and trade in sectors such as oil, gas, and food security. In other foreign relations news, Dr. Amit S. Stelling has been appointed as the next High Commissioner of India to the Cooperative Republic of Ghana. He previously served as the Consul General of India in Frankfurt, Germany, and has experience in the Indian Revenue Service and Indian Foreign Service. Former High Commissioner Dr. K.J. Srinivasa identified education and healthcare as critical areas of focus in Ghana, with India providing significant contributions to support the nation's healthcare and scholarship opportunities for Guyanese students over there in India. Today, a teenage boy had an asthma attack, whilst a 53-year-old woman died on the MV Malaysia ferry despite efforts to revive her. The woman was noticed motionless in her seat, and she was administered CPR, resulting in brief consciousness before she slipped back into an unconscious state. She was pronounced dead on arrival at the nearest health center. The cause of death is unknown, and the woman's identity will not be released out of respect for her family. The burnt body of a woman was found in Parika, and the family of Shannon Obamula Muhammad believes it's her. She was last seen alive on Tuesday when she left her family's home to visit the site where she was building her own house. Her neighbor saw a man known as Rodwell burning wood and other materials in that same yard where the remains of her body were located. The family claims that Rodwell, who is mentally unstable, was constructing the house for her. According to police, the family was well aware of his mental state, but his prices were fair and the quality of his work was good, so they went with him anyway. Nonetheless, investigators are currently searching for him.
Attention truck owners. Between potholes, bad drivers, and high fuel prices, you've got 99 problems to deal with. But with Powered Automotive, your engine ain't one. That's because they stock high-quality parts and spares you need at prices you can't beat. Visit them at Lot 491 EE Eccles, or call or WhatsApp them at telephone number 6970171. Save big on truck parts at Powered Automotive, the #1 heavy-duty truck parts store in Guyana. Tired of waiting on hold, tracking down a delivery driver, or carrying cash for your food orders? GT Eat is here to make your life easier. Ghana's first cashless food ordering and delivery app. Choose from Georgetown's top restaurants, pay securely with your card, and get your food delivered right to your doorstep. With the convenience of being able to order from your phone and the added feature of tracking your order, GT Eats is the ultimate solution for all your food needs. Download the app on Apple and Android stores and start ordering the easy way today.
This afternoon, strong winds caused sections of the Bartica Stelling to collapse. The collapse occurred whilst construction work was ongoing, but fortunately, the workers at the site were unharmed. However, a nearby parked car received several extensive damages. Efforts are currently underway to clear the debris from the area to ensure smooth traffic flow when the ferry arrives tomorrow morning. A family of 7 in Mainstay on the Essequibo coast is now homeless after a fire destroyed their one-story wooden home. The house belonged to Shervin De Jong, who lived there with his wife and 5 children. The cause of the fire is unknown. 43-year-old motorcyclist AJ Ramchan died after crashing into a truck along the Kendall Public Road in Berbice. The accident occurred when Ramchan was overtaking a car and crashed head-on into the truck driven by 48-year-old Leroy Jacobs. The motorcycle burst into flames and Ramchan was pronounced dead on arrival at the New Amsterdam Public Hospital. Jacobs is currently in police custody. The decomposing body of a man identified as 43-year-old Sean Marshall was found at his home in Bartica. Marshall suffered from epilepsy and was allegedly an alcohol and drug addict. His body was discovered by his brother in a decomposed state under his bed with no marks of violence. Now for today's oil update. The Office of the Prime Minister has issued a request for a proposal for the construction of a national control center to support the nation's energy infrastructure overhaul, including the gas-to-energy project. The center will play a crucial role in supporting the integration and dispatch of a new 300-megawatt combined-cycle gas turbine power plant and enable efficient supervision, management, and control of the newly upgraded power system. The project is part of the most transformational project in Guyana's history, involving the construction of a pipeline to transport 50 million cubic feet of natural gas from the Liza field to the processing facility at Wales on the west bank of Demerara.
It might not be robbery season, but the streets are still mean. That's why you need to get security for your home and business through Sheriff Security Service. Sheriff Security offers well-trained guards, armed and unarmed patrol, marine patrol, canine services. These people even got drones. Why? Because your security is their highest priority. You've seen the rest, now hire the best. Hire Sheriff Security Service today.
Now for our Uncut News, Phil's poll question of the day. Every day we post a question about current events in Ghana, the region, the diaspora, and you at least was. Last night I asked, what are some issues that you believe are not getting enough attention?
But before we get to that, I'm proud to announce our latest addition to the Noble Army, Richard Singh, who is supporting us at the reporter level, the highest level of monthly support we've received so far. So thank you, Richard Singh. And also, a special thank you to David Griffith, Dion Nascimento, Project Zero, and Dimitri V. I appreciate you all. And if you're watching at home and you'd like to support our movement, just hit the link in the video description.
Dimitri V says that one thing they feel is not getting enough exposure or scrutiny is the cost breakdown of all these contracts that the government is awarding, and the justification for the amount. There is no accountability for the funds. Another thing they want to know is how they plan on fixing/revamping public transportation, because the minibus system has proven to be a hindrance on public welfare than a benefit. I agree 100%. Meanwhile, Lucille Kendall said we should always look out for the underrepresented in our society. Having said that, they truly believe that the Amerindian people could speak for themselves. Ask them what they want. They are intelligent and resourceful people and do not need anyone else speaking for them. They think that it's really condescending the way that the indigenous people are spoken of sometimes. And Lucille also has a suggestion. We can start by allowing them to manage their own resources and not be under constant threat of losing land in the name of so-called development. I agree, honestly. Ghana has enough land. Allow these people to retain their rights. Good Lord. Sometimes it seems as though even the foreigners, the real foreigners, have more rights in Ghana. And sadly, it seems that sometimes the government, whether black or Indian, acts like worse than the colonizers to the indigenous people. Now for tonight's question. How can the nation, by that I mean us, the government, the private sector, and civil society, how can we conquer the issue of youth unemployment? I want you to think about that question. Tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in our next episode. And if that's all the time we have for tonight, and check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm New Couple Foot saying good night, folks.